So, it's time for us to continue this trend once more of going into these amazing collections of micro games from Wario and his friends. Even though mine are the best, shut up, we're gonna get to yours again at the end. We had to save the best for first and last, apparently. Yeah, you'll know it! Of course. But it's time to go over your parent company. Wait, what? What do you mean by I have a parent company?
I'm Nintendo's #1 fan. All my games are all about Nintendo, and I've got a massive collection of all-time classics. You're gonna love these blasts from the past.
Right, our next friggin' micro game collection is from 9V and Nintendo. Particularly going over old school Nintendo classics. So just balloon fight, clear 20 points.
Blaze in the air, but don't run into the little sparking fires. Simple, but challenging.
And I love how they also tell you, like, you know, the year and the system they're from. In case you're curious, nice to go over some good old Nintendo history. So, time to beat even more of these friggin', well, my favorite category at least, the frickin' Nintendo classics. So anyway, welcome back everybody to more Let's Play, well, WarioWare, Mega Party Games. This is your host, the MJ4106. And we're continuing our run of trying to basically beat all the scores for all the micro game challenges, because that'll unlock more content. You lost the easiest difficulty. Oh! I really get eaten by the fish in the end, too. That's a dick move. But, you know, for a thing like this, doing a lot of the, you know... Ah! Oh, wow. I am not off to a good start. Doing a lot of the old school Nintendo games is like little challenges like this. Honestly, is a great way to go about it. Because, well, yeah, Nintendo's had a very long history in regards to the gaming landscape. Even though they mostly started as a playing card company, which I'm sure most people are aware of by this point. Because, well, most people are, well, yeah. Most people who pay attention to Nintendo are aware of their history of starting with playing... Oh, God. Okay, the high speed actually makes this one hard. Wow, I haven't lost one in a while, and I lost the Nintendo one to start. Damn, playing video games high speeds is hard. But it's a whole different meaning called speedrun. God damn it. But yeah, most people are aware of that, right? Nintendo actually started out with, yeah, their playing cards, particularly the hanafuda variety. They were around since, like, the late 1800s. And I think they started out as, like, a family business, basically. Then again, one of the things that kind of helped them out was that they started, you know, doing, you know, playing cards. They were popular back in the 1800s, the late 1800s. And, well, they were used a lot in, like, a lot of the game centers that were run by, like, the Yakuza or whatever. Where other playing card companies were starting to back out because, you know, getting involved in the Yakuza, especially in Japan, with how dangerous they were. Well, yeah. A lot of people are just like, we're better off not getting involved in the Yakuza at all. Nintendo didn't give a fuck. They let their cards thrive in those places. Kind of what led to them actually being kind of popular in the 1800s. So, you know, yeah, they were smart. They were taking advantage of an opportunity that others didn't. It helped grow an audience. I mean, and it also is part of, it's probably what also has some of the rumors, whether it was substantiated or not, of, you know, Nintendo actually having ties to the Yakuza. I honestly would not be surprised that was true. Given how big they were then and how big they are now. I mean, they're bigger now than they were then, but my point still stands. Whoa, that was close! Honestly, I'm better off not moving. I'm surprised they did not hit that last one. But yeah, they didn't start getting to, like, the actual, like, video game and until, like, the, you know, mid-1900s. Jesus, wow. This high speed is hard. God damn. Another NES classic, Duck Hunt, 45 points.
Want 8 bits of history? Shoot the duck when it comes to your sights.
Shoot, 1985, NES, the Zapper. Of course, there are accessories for the NES, such as the Zapper. I mean, yeah. Nintendo was mostly known as a playing card company. It didn't start getting involved with, like, toys until, like, the later 1900s. Most of their history was basically involved with doing the card games and, you know, ow! Fuck you! I want to shoot the dog! Damn it! Miss a single shot, you'll lose. Pay attention to the flight pattern. Make sure you get them when they're in the crosshairs. That's right, you dog. Better grab them when I shoot them! Asshole! Was that duck farting, or am I going crazy? I hate how the dog laughs when I miss. What kind of hunting dog does that? Seriously! But yeah, remember, Nintendo was basically a family company. And, you know, they had to get around some crazy times like the frickin' war era in the early 1900s. They had to deal with changing business strategies because of, you know, the shifting economy and, you know, Japan and their imperialistic nature. It was a little difficult for them at times to be able to succeed. But, you know, around like the mid-1900s, I'd say it was like around like the 50s or the 60s was when people stopped getting out of the playing card game hobby. They started going to more popular things that were coming up at the time, like Chinko and bowling. And that's when they started getting involved with toys. Actually, I think it's like 1965 is when they got Gunpei Yokoi involved. Fuck you, dog! He started creating, you know, a lot of actual physical, like, things for him. He was apparently involved, like, doing a lot of, like, electronic equipment and stuff. I love fiddling electronics. So he eventually started creating, like, tabletop games and all that. You know, help expand, like, the... Fuck! You fucking dog! Why don't you jump up again yourself, you fucking prick? Keep laughing like that, you aren't getting dinner! Ass. God, I hate that dog. Who doesn't? Fuck you, Duck Hunt Dog! You're always the worst character in Smash Bros. Anyway. That duck keeps going faster than I'm expecting because that arc. I did have Duck Hunt as a kid, though. This game was freaking awesome. A fun, interesting piece of technology. I mean, yeah, one of the first things that they did with Gunpei Yokoi was,
Fire.
yeah, they were doing a lot of tabletop games. They like around the 70s. They actually got involved and helped create some sort of, they had some engineer like Ue Hara or something? I forget his exact name. Shit. I know he created some sort of like electric light sensor gun of some kind. And then they started getting involved with like the Magnavox Odyssey, and as well as its distribution of that console in Japan. For anybody who's even aware of what the Magnavox Odyssey is, that's an old console, one of the earliest ones. I'll tell you this, for people that don't know, gaming in the 70s was a thing, and it was rough compared to now. Like, you think the state of gaming is bad? Like, you would not have thought gaming could evolve into what it is if you went back to the 70s and playing it back then. Like, jeez.
Ready?
I've always had bits and pieces of gaming from back then, but yeah, some of them were old. I mean, come on. Asteroid was one of those big ones in the 70s. Pong was a 70s one. Dang it, what was it? The, damn you! One of the other things they did after helping out with the Magnavox Odyssey, they came up with the color TV video thing. Basically have like a screen you can like interact with and play a game on. But one of the first ones being like, oh my god, are you serious? Do I have to time warp through this? Are you fucking kidding me? Can I really not shoot ducks at this fucking dog? God damn it! I never really thought I would want to kill a dog more than I do now. This one's an exception, okay? He's an exception! I'm an animal lover, but this dog's an asshole. And old-time gamers know it. Fucking asshole dog mocking me. You're supposed to be a retriever. This hound doesn't know what the hell he's doing at all. All hounds do is just frickin' howl at everything. You don't even probably bark, stupid hounds. That makes this dog's wrong. Anyway, yeah. And also one of the very first video games they did, I forgot, involved the color TV thing was, oh I know, there's an arcade game called, Sheriff. That's actually one of the, I think it's one of the games of this, right? Sheriff? I think it was like the very first, like, actual, like, arcade, like, video game thing they did. And, you know, it ended up being a pretty decent hit, to my understanding. And they teamed up with Bandai and Sega for a few things back then, too. Back in those times. I said, pretty sure around the time they're doing their color TV video stuff was when they hired Miyamoto as well. And then after they got Miyamoto involved, well, yeah. Him and Uehara and Yokoi started working on the, you know, trying to come up with the concept of, you know, the gaming console. Kind of similar to their, after working on the Magnavox Odyssey and seeing the success of the Atari, they figured, you know, may as well try a new venture. That's how we eventually got to the NES. That was the true beginning of the gaming giant as we know them today. Come on, I'm not gonna lose this now! Fuck you, Ducks! You get caught in my crosshairs, and you fucking die! Fuck you!
Work it.
Hit him again! Fuck you, fuck you! Yes! Alright, we're good! Fuck you, Ducks! I'm done with this shit! But yeah, honestly, that was a very quick summation of like Nintendo's like history as an early gaming company. Like, it started as a family company that did a lot of card games, haven't succeeded because others backed off because of the Yakuza, and well, yeah, went into gaming. Oh, the Game Boy, of course.
Check it out, the original Game Boy. Remember how to insert the game packs?
I don't.
1989, portable game system with liquid crystal display.
LCD, yes, that's what LCD stands for. For those who don't know, Liquid Crystal Display. My God, it's been 10 minutes. We got through 2 games. God. Yeah, Gunpei Yokoi. I think Uehara's the one who basically got the NES created, or the Famicom, originally in 1983. But, you know, the other thing is, well, Rising Wonder, you hear what the Famicom is. It's basically the Japanese original Nintendo Entertainment System, NES. Then again, it might be weird for, you know, some Americans, because, well, they know what the hell a Famicom is. It was the Family Computer Entertainment System. Well, then again, it was because of the gaming crash in the US in '83, because, you know, horrible third-party games such as, you know, E.T., basically crashing the market. Basically, it was hard to tell what was a quality game anymore because of shit like that. Just horrible games being released in general. It's really easy. All they do is move the friggin' Game Boy down. Honestly, anything that makes it easier. Like, it makes it easier to line up. This isn't hard at all. The nibbling doesn't change. The slot just moves. You have to spend more time making sure it actually gets in there. That's all that happens. This minigame sucks. But yeah. Oh, right! I forgot another part of the gaming history. After they were doing the colored... Okay, I said it wasn't hard. Now I'm fucking up. You have to make sure you hit it right, MJ, you dumbass. Okay, count as long as it touched the slot at all. Thank God. Okay, I think I have this. Yep, I did. Okay, we're good. I guess you have less room for error on the friggin' higher difficulties, because it doesn't slide in as easily. Wow, whoever was saying it was a breeze, nearly blowing it. Man, am I rusty or what? I mean, I haven't played the game in a couple weeks, but still, damn. Actually, more like a couple months. Hey, you remember all the micro games again? I forgot. One of their actual first gaming consoles was the Game & Watch. How can I forget? Gunpei Yokoi helped come up with that. Working at the company that basically had Watch and basically did the games for it. Oh, speaking of first games, Donkey Kong. Clear 21 points.
You know this one, Donkey Kong is heaving barrels at you. You'd better played them. Jump, 1981 arcade game.
Yeah, so that was a nice reminder. This is one of the first games on the Famicom, actually. But it started as an arcade game. Miyamoto's pretty much first gaming effort. And apparently Nintendo really liked, you know, the fact that Miyamoto brought a different perspective when it came to, you know, providing entertainment. And, you know, that's part of why people see Miyamoto as a visionary that they do in the history of gaming. Because, well, yeah, he frickin' happened to take a different approach when it came to creating a game. It was a nice reminder. The original Donkey Kong arcade game was supposed to be a Popeye game. But, you know, licensing issues. Well, yeah, basically licensing issues. So, it became this instead. Instead of Popeye going to save olive oil from Bluto, for those of you who don't know the Popeye cartoon, that's what that is. It felt like more of a reference to the King Kong movies, and well, you know, the rest of it speaks for itself. Giant monkey kidnaps a girl, this man Jumpman to go save her, and yep, Miyamoto's very first game. Had to be a classic that many people freaking remember greatly today. I mean, yeah, Donkey Kong and Mario are the two big original franchises from Nintendo, and mostly because of Miyamoto. I mean, yeah. This was his debut. And well, of course, what hell of a debut to make. How could you not appreciate the OGs like this? This is easy. Then again, thanks to freaking Donkey Kong 64, this is always a breeze. After Donkey Kong 64, this is a joke. Although I almost let myself get hit very easily. I've gotten so good at the original Donkey Kong arcade. Not to the point of being like a champion, but beating the game at least, you know. Pretty simple. Wow. Oh no! Mamma mia! Right, I forgot. Mario has a voice. I'm stupid for forgetting that. I panicked. This is before he's established. He's Jumpman in this game. That's a reminder. But yep, they carried over the protagonist Jumpman to eventually Mario Bros. Arcade game, and well, eventually being the big hit sensation of Super Mario Bros. When the NES/Famicom came around. Oh yeah, I didn't finish my thing about the gaming crash in the US. Basically, you know, it led to Nintendo basically developing an alternate version of the Famicom. That's what the Nintendo Entertainment System was. This is sad. I could literally just keep tapping A and just Well, I have to time it a decent bit, MJ. God, it pummeled me right in the face! God damn! But yeah, that's how the NES came here. They changed it, you know. They tried to make it like a VCR, I think. That's why the console's different as a whole. F-Zero, of course, 20 points.
It's fast. It's wicked. It's your hyperspeed driving machine. Speed passing on the racers. Vroom!
The 1991 launch title for the Super Nintendo, or Super Nintendo Entertainment System. They also eventually released the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, be different from the Super Famicom, because, you know, they wanted to have it be similar to the NES to, you know, not make it like the, well, the cartridge-based, what was it? They wanted to do something to make it feel like a VHS in the US because, well, they kind of thought doing the old cartridge method like they did with the Famicom in Japan would make people doubt the quality of the, you know, Nintendo's entertainment system as a whole, so.
You got it?
Yeah. Apparently trying to make it similar to the VHS was their way to basically make it feel different, make it stand out. And that's why it was a pretty big success, especially in North America. So, yeah, it is the right move. Because unfortunately, it did end up being a somewhat inferior system with a Famicom, but hey, back then, without the internet, why would we know that? In fact, it was still a big step forward for helping a lot of, you know, the gaming entertainment that we know today. Jeez, these racers are slow. Also, it's a rank 1 the whole time. Also, how did you waste all your boosts to get to this point, Captain Falcon? Also, your speed is slow. It's an autopilot. Drive past these vehicles and basically seem like they're dead. Jeez, this race sucks. Hey, original F-Zero has never been my thing. I've never been a fan of the, you know, the sprite-based F-Zero games. They're fine, but they definitely feel rougher compared to the 3D ones. Of which there's only been 2! God damn you. Freaking, why can't you make a true new F-Zero? Don't get me wrong, F-099 was cool, but we want an actual new one, damn it. Let's see how you die. Okay, hit the wall enough, you die. Hit a car directly, you just blow up like that, yep. Ah! Is it more me or the higher difficulties of the wall, I wonder? Let's find out. Yeah, at least you get a little bit of wiggle room on the wall, that's nice. If you care about that sort of thing. So what's next? Oh, speaking of the Famicom,
Fairly basic, 15 points. Okay, press the correct key. Oh, it's fun in 18 tiny bits.
yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, its keyboard allowing players to program BASIC. Japan only. Oh, wow, doing basic programming. Yeah. They also did a lot of weird experimental stuff. Again, yep, this just make sure you type whatever key they tell you to do. Just look for the number and you're good. Yes, there we go. I know how to use a keyboard through a controller. Ah, I see. Okay, so level 1 is just the numbers. Level 2 is just all the letters. And then level 3 is basically both of them combined. So basically it could be either or. That seems to be level 3 for a lot of these, honestly. Thankfully, since I work computers a lot, I know how freaking keyboard works. This is easy. And casual gamers might have trouble with this because they don't exactly know how a keyboard is, you know, set up with all the letters in their places. Thank you for making that easy again. But yeah, you know, because of their success with the NES, that's basically what led to them, you know, dominating the gaming space back in the 80s and 90s. And freaking, you know, Gunpei Yokoi also helped, you know, get the Game Boy going as well for a portable version of a gaming device. And watching that with Tetris, they had to, like, do, like, negotiations with, you know, Technographica, or whatever the company was that basically had the licensing for Tetris at the time. That was part of the reason it was successful because having basically the quintessential puzzle game of Tetris available at launch with their portable gaming system, it was smart. It basically, a lot of those things helped them outdo Sega back there in Japan. Oh, cool, they started me right on the thing I need to hit. That was awesome. Okay, you are allowed to hit different keys, though. Yeah, as long as you eventually hit the right one. Wow. So, wow, you can literally just spam your way. Oh, okay, wow. You can literally just spam your way to it. That's kind of sad, actually.
You got it.
Jesus! Oh, no, I flew away! Oh, okay. Oh, man, you can fly along as fast, too. Jesus. Unless it wraps around. Honestly, it's pretty neat. Oh, man. I am not doing well in time right now. And, of course, the NES's, well, big savior, Super Mario Brothers.
We're gonna need a good old squashing. You know the drill. They know their heads, not their sides.
Of course, the launch title that helped the NES become the success it was and what was seen as a big savior for the gaming industry. Good old Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, I can't dash. I can't use the B button. This is bullshit.
And again, they intended these games to be simple. So, they intended the micro games to be simple. Just control a stick and a button. Similar to how it worked with freaking Kirby Air Ride, oddly enough. And hey, it's a simple game, it's fun. Just because it has less inputs, it's very simple, doesn't mean it's a rough game. Yes, that's right, do the chain stomping, damn it! But you know, as much crap as they get now for, you know, a lot of the decisions they make, and how behind the time they are with gaming technology, you know, they were big pioneers for helping gaming evolve into what it is. And don't forget, they were originally going to partner up with, with Sony for doing a, CD-based add-on for the Super Nintendo. But then they decided to stick with Philips instead. And that's how we got the, frickin' Philips CDI and how Sony PlayStation became a thing. Yeah, it's a nice reminder. You have Nintendo's stubbornness to thank for the PlayStation being a thing at all. They created one of their biggest rivals in the gaming industry. And now they're Microsoft's biggest rival. Even though Microsoft's not much of a rival, they kind of just doing their own thing. And at this point, it seems like all the gaming companies are doing their own thing. Despite being competitive, they all seem to be, you know, going for their own strategy, kind of adapting each other to, you know, be more appealing to get a wider appealing audience. But, they also just happen to, you know, not exactly care what their opponents are doing, unless, you know, they're actually losing customers. And then a lot of them are raising prices idiotically, but, well, look at that, that's another one. Oh, yeah, another thing, Ultra Hand!
Grab the ping pong ball with the Ultra Hand. How cool is this?
1966, revolutionary magic hand, also used for playing games, Japan only. That was another thing that Yokoi was doing. Creating interesting little toys like the Ultra Hand here. I forgot, that was a big seller apparently. Oh man, I gotta grab particular colored balls. Yeah, I'll make sure you're on point, because you're even the slightest bit off, you'll miss. And don't grab the wrong color, I imagine you'll lose. Please check that out, let's actually clear the game, damn it.
You got it.
I don't want to miss at all. I'm afraid I'll lose the game altogether if I do. Oh, you do get decent range, though. All the difficulty does is just add different colored balls. It's not like the Ultra Hand has a lesser range. If it did, that would suck. But yeah, basically went from a card company to a toy company. Okay, yeah, you miss. Then, yeah, you lose. Right? I thought that was the case. Damn, the higher speeds make this hard. Yet again, like everything, the higher speeds mean you have to be more precise with your timing, damn it. They went from a card company to a toy company to basically electronic gaming giant they are today. Basically one of Japan's most friggin' successful companies. They're a very big corporation in Japan. It's hard for them to fail. They don't have the full net worth that Sony does, because Sony, you know, divulges into a lot of other things, like, you know, actually creating a lot of, like, sound systems, TVs, movies. Well, Nintendo's only started to dabble in that with both the Mario movies as well as the upcoming Zelda movie. I mean, you know. Hell, let me grab another ball. Yeah, let me do that. Let me grab the other ball, see what happens. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? Why'd you grab the opposite ball, dumbass? Yeah, I thought it'd be cool. I wonder what the hell this is. Chiritori.
I'm only cleaning for this fun. Clean up your place with this remote control vacuum. Hold it and move. I know that. Vacuum cleaner with remote control reaction. Japan only.
Yep, again, color TV thing. That's what a lot of these really old ones are, in case you're wondering. It's like, I don't remember this on NES at all. I said, these were adapted color TV video things. Basically, you know, yeah, little screens you can, like, interact with to, like, play games on a monitor. It's kind of neat how that works. I've never actually, like, looked into it myself, but it is kind of cool.
Ready?
But, yep. It's because of their success in the 90s that they were able to be the giant they are today. They had massive success with a lot of their consoles. I mean, NES was big. And, well, once Super Nintendo came out to basically, you know, combat, you know, the rise of, like, Sega's next console and other consoles starting to become a thing. Super Nintendo was what made, you know, Nintendo a big mainstay. Sony came around, was popular, but Nintendo 64 was still there in the works and not forgotten. Oh, yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. The Virtual Boy. Isn't it cool we have that back on Nintendo Switch Online now? I mean, having to do the headset still feels like a weird choice. Then again, that was Nintendo in their experimental times, trying to blend toys, and one of their first attempts at stereoscopic 3D, but because of the rough visual state of the Virtual Boy and spread games, I mean, if you play the Switch Online things, you could probably understand. I'm glad they wanted to do the genuine feel, but man, it still feels so weird to bring it back. Not that I was against it, but just weird to see Virtual Boy back and recognized by Nintendo. It is part of their history, and that WarioWare game on it is pretty good. Jeez, the rotating arrow makes it so hard. Jesus Christ! No, you can only get one strap paper, you suck! But yeah, the Virtual Boy being a failure was actually what got Gunpei Yokoi to retire from gaming altogether, surprisingly. Laser Outlaw.
Judy Quick Draw. Shoot the blinking target on the outlaw. 1976, hit the target to take him down. Japan only.
Again, color TV video. But yeah, I forgot, not everything they do is a success. I mean, Virtual Boy, you know, it is Nintendo's biggest failure, the Virtual Boy. Some people just seem to forget it, saying the Wii U is their biggest failure, which, I guess considering the, you know, how big the Wii was, the Wii U flopping as hard as it did, I guess does feel like a bigger failure than the Virtual Boy, but Virtual Boy sold like a little over 1 million, I think. He did not sell much. Then again, it was only on the market for like a year. Thankfully, the Nintendo 64 saved them. Relatively. Not compared to the PlayStation, you know, and its dominance, but... Ah, damn it! Okay. You'd only get one shot at least. That's good. Okay. I was worried about that I would only get one shot, so I can just keep trying if I screw up. Damn it! Ugh. Really have to make sure I nail this. Okay, good. Whew! Jesus. Damn, level 3 is not fun. There we go. Ugh. Really only get 2 shots. And really trying not to screw up. This episode's getting long because I'm really being awful at some of these. Yes, there we go. Whew! Yeah, N64 was seen as a decent success. GameCube was seen as a minor flop, because it sold even less than the N64, but the Legacies look back on fondly. I mean, one of my favorite Nintendo systems, pretty much that with the N64, are my 2 favorites, personally. Original Switch was not bad. Wii was also pretty freaking great. Wii U I still have fond memories of as well. Honestly, it wasn't a Nintendo system I personally didn't like. It's just hard to go back to the NES in general, because going back to old school gaming in general can be rough. But, you know, it's nice to appreciate the older times. Hogan's Alley, 15 points.
Oh, such a classic. Shoot before you get shot. Only shoot the bad guys.
Move target and shoot. Another Zapper game. I don't remember this one personally, but... you know, they had one of the Zapper at least. It is amazing they had the sensor work in such a way it can actually, you know... Yeah, they had the sensor work in such a way, I guess it could tell where you were shooting. That is nice. Okay, I gotta shoot 2 of them for freaking hard. God damn it. Okay. Oh, the number dropped. That's weird. Actually show you have less time. That is interesting. So if you have fake targets in frickin' easy and normal and hard, you have 2 targets you have to shoot. It's just, they make the target on normal, one of the fake targets, less obvious. That's nice to show you the time difference in this for friggin' higher speeds. Lets you know how fast you gotta be, how much time you have to actually make the shot. Damn it, I think you bring that cop along. Yo, cop, you gotta take these guys away. Cop them up or something. Like, Jesus. Like, let's go to the witness room. Come on, guys, stand right here. See, don't these guys look cool? Damn it! Okay, it does loop around. Good to know. I'm gonna shoot the girl! Go shoot the girl, asshole. Don't do it. Yeah, the cop is there to fake you out in case you're looking for the girls from before. Alright, now time to shoot everybody else and see what they think when I shoot other people. Okay, just says miss. Got it. Okay, it doesn't sound like I'm arrested or something. You're about to say you got arrested? Okay, the woman does show up in that difficulty as well. Wow, jeez, I barely had any time for that at all. Shit. Wow. Mario Paint Fly Swatter. Swat the irritating flies buzzing around you. It's really magic gaming. Yeah, it sure was. Just swat. Super NES mouse. Also is cool, especially for Switch 2 or those that had Switch 1 and just plugged in a USB mouse. They're able to actually, make use of some of the weird accessories that frickin', Nintendo had. Wow, you literally just press A the whole time. Like, you literally don't even have to, be cautious about it. Yeah, just literally slap them as they get by. Just mash A, you got this. Wow, this mini game sucks. This micro game's terrible. You can literally just do it with ease. God. Yeah, there is a rhythm to it. You can't just repeatedly mash, though. Yeah, the fact of the matter is this is an easy micro game. Okay, good. I'll get in. I need to do at least one more before they end this one off. But, yeah. Whether you've been disappointed with Nintendo lately or, have been a big fan of theirs for a really long time, you can be both. I'm both. It's nice to recognize their history, how much they've brought to the friggin' gaming industry as a whole. As their massive success has led to a lot of gaming to the road we're in now. It's a shame that despite all their successes and failures, they've yet to fully adapt to the times in some ways that some people really wish they could. And with a lot of the gaming industry going full frickin' third party at this point, having their games released everywhere now, just playing on your system of choice or PC in general.
Ready?
Nintendo's the only one that's still off doing their own console, their own thing, having their own exclusives that aren't going to be going anywhere else as far as we know. Really interesting time we live in. Oh, of course, other success, the Wii was a massive hit that basically put them back on after the GameCube made people question their state in gaming as a whole. And then, oh wow, I actually missed you, son of a bitch. I want to see what happens if I choose not to slap them. Do they come fly me or do they just run around? Okay, there's just a timing to it. Okay, yeah, they just sit still and let me easily hit them. If I give them the chance anyway.
Yeah, these flies are so much. I hate swatting flies.
Let's do one more on this episode with. Let's do another NES classic, Ice Climber. Of course.
Hello, the big bird cruising through the sky. This was once the pinnacle of gaming.
Really? This was the pinnacle of gaming? Look, man, I'll admit, I'm somebody who says that Ice Climber should be given a nice little small revival. A nice little short game, come on. Oh god, so I let myself die. But even I know that frickin'... Ah, damn it! Wow, okay. Yeah, we're definitely ending on this one. Absolutely. Thank you for finally letting me get you, stupid bird. Get over here, you son of a bitch! Oh man, I'm not gonna win this one first try, son of a bitch. Wow, level 3 feels easier for me than level 2. Thank you for coming over to me, god damn it. But yeah, I personally would like if Nintendo would think about bringing back Ice Climber a nice little short reliving the arcade game. Well, yeah, this is very arcade-like, so yeah, I classify it as such. I would like for have a nice little revival to have him back. I mean, people might remind of them because of Smash Brothers, so a lot of their franchises stood the test of time. Mario, Zelda, for some, Metroid, Pokemon, Animal Crossing. Nintendo's had a long history. There's a reason for why they've been so successful. Look at a lot of these old school gaming things. While I can seem lame nowadays, they're the backbone of what would help develop gaming into the monster it is today. Nintendo is one of the biggest reasons to thank for that. That's part of why I'm a big Nintendo fan and how much I respect them. You want to hear me criticize them? I can talk about more of that next time. Why not? Oh yeah, of course, the Switch was a huge fucking success, being almost the best-selling console of all time. It probably was, but Sony keeps pulling PS2 numbers out of their ass, it feels like, but... well, okay, come back next time! We will finish off the Nintendo category for 9 volts. And, well, yep, we'll finish off yet another fun genre of good Nintendo classics. Of course, it's a favorite. Getting to relive old Nintendo games and do them in this weird microgame format, it's perfect. It's part of the reason why NES Remix worked well as well. Ooh, reminds me of another project I get. I'm not going to worry about that. You guys don't worry about my projects. Just focus on me finishing off WarioWare stuff. Next time, Nintendo goes down. Wait, are they doomed again?